dive into some fascinating transport item scenario questions for S.5 Biology, focusing on altitude and pollution effects.
3 Ugandan athletes trained under different environmental conditions and participated in a national cross-country competition. Doctors assessed their blood and immune indicators before and after the race. One athlete trained at high altitude, another at sea level, and a third in a humid, polluted city. Analyze the data table below. Task. Part A. Explain how differences in oxygen transport and immune cell activity influence performance and recovery. Part B. Suggest physiological and immunological strategies to strengthen endurance, immunity, and recovery in different training environments. How oxygen transport and immune activity influence performance and recovery. Influence on performance.
As we dive into the solutions, get a biology textbook titled Self-Study A-Level Biology. It has well-crafted biology notes for both S5 and S6 topical and end-of-cycle assessment items. It is a 2026 edition, competency-based write-up.
High-altitude athlete, Kapchorwa, has high hemoglobin due to adaptation to low oxygen. This means their blood can carry more oxygen per volume, even though their oxygen saturation is slightly lower. This gives them a large oxygen carrying capacity. During the race, this reserve allows their muscles to work aerobically, with oxygen, for longer, delaying fatigue. Sea-level athlete, Entebbe, has normal hemoglobin and high oxygen saturation, providing good oxygen transport for standard conditions. Polluted athlete, Jinja, has the lowest oxygen saturation and lower hemoglobin. Pollutants may damage red blood cells or interfere with oxygen binding. This means their muscles are oxygen-starved much faster, forcing them to rely more on inefficient anaerobic respiration, leading to quicker fatigue. This is seen in their post-race pulse rate. The polluted athlete's heart works hardest, 160 beats per minute, to compensate for low oxygen delivery. The high-altitude athlete's heart works less because each beat delivers more oxygen. Influence on recovery. Recovery involves removing waste products like lactic acid and repairing tissues, which requires oxygen. High-altitude athlete. Their superior oxygen delivery system, high hemoglobin, quickly supplies oxygen to muscles to clear lactic acid and fuel repair, leading to the fastest recovery. Polluted athlete. Their poor oxygen supply slows down these recovery processes, leading to the slowest recovery. The low white blood cell count may also indicate a weakened immune system, which could slow tissue repair and increase infection risk after strenuous exercise. Strategies to strengthen endurance, immunity, and recovery. Physiological strategies. For all, implement graduated training intensity with adequate rest days to allow the body to adapt and build red blood cell count and capillary networks. For sea-level polluted areas, live low, train high. Interval training, simulate altitude effects by incorporating high-intensity interval training. This stresses the oxygen transport system, stimulating the body to produce more erythropoietin and increase hemoglobin. For polluted areas, train away from major roads and industrial zones, in parks, very early in the morning, to minimize pollutant inhalation, which damages the lungs and reduces oxygen uptake. Immunological strategies. Nutrition. Ensure a diet rich in iron, for hemoglobin, protein, for tissue repair and antibody production, and antioxidants, vitamin C, E, from fruits or vegetables, to combat cell damage from pollution and exercise stress. Recovery protocols. Adequate sleep, critical for immune system regulation, and hormone, like growth hormone, release for repair. Post-training cool-down include light jogging and stretching to gradually lower heart rate and help clear metabolic waste. Hydration. Maintain fluid balance to ensure efficient blood volume and nutrient transport for immune cells. For polluted environments, consider wearing a sports mask rated for fine particulate during training to filter pollutants and reduce lung irritation and inflammation.